farming, mining, combat, foraging. Long ago, the four main skills lived in balance. Then, everything changed when the Netherile attacked. Only Technoblade, mayor of all Skyblock, could stop it, but when the miners needed him most, he got cancer and almost lost his arm. 100 hours passed and we discovered a new miner named Blank, and although his mining skills are great, he has a long way to go before he can get Combat 25 to even reach the Netherile. But I believe he can at least tell you how to mine properly. What's up guys, today we have the complete progression guide to mining so that you can learn how to go from literally starting a fresh account all the way to getting a Dwarven drill in the shortest amount of time possible. Now, I know what you're saying, blank, you don't even have a Dwarven drill yourself. Well, that's true, but let me ask you this. Do League of Legends coaches win that one League of Legends Cup? Do tennis coaches win that one big tennis tournament? Do any crypto coaches actually make any money themselves? Okay, we'll ignore that last one because they're all scammers, but you get my point. If you're one of the players that's thought, oh look, new Hypixel update, they just released Netherile. Let me go mine in the Dwarven mines, which has been out for over a year. Then you've come to the right place. Now, there are two ways you can approach mining. We have the short way and we have the long and painful progression that the admins intended for you way. Now, obviously no one cares how the game is supposed to be played, so we will go over the short way. Log into a new account, bazaar flip until you have 1 billion coins, buy a Dwarven drill go. Happy days. And now moving on to the what's that? You don't know what bazaar flipping is? Well, bazaar flipping is a method of making money extremely fast using the bazaar agent in the hub. To learn more about bazaar flipping, click on the top right corner of this video in the description. And now moving on to the actual mining guide part of this mining guide video. First of all, let's talk about the different mining stats like mining speed and mining fortune. Mining speed is a stat given to every pickaxe and drill which tells you how fast it mines blocks. Shocker. This ranges from 70 for a wooden pickaxe all the way up to a base 1800 for the Dwarven drill. Mining fortune on the other hand gives you a higher chance to drop additional resources upon breaking a block. Each mining tool also has a breaking power. A higher level of breaking power is required to break more advanced blocks. And finally we have the heart of the mountain. Now I will go more in depth about this in a bit, but for now all you need to know is that you need to be a certain heart of the mountain tier in order to use certain mining tools. With all this information in hand, I will quickly summarize the best mining tools to use. Now at number 5 we have the Nimbus 2000. This has a mining speed of 1500, which is close to the base speed of the Dwarven drill, 1800. Dwarven drill, if you didn't know, is the best drill in the game currently, so a speed of 1500 is actually very good. It also has a breaking power of 7, which can break almost every block in the game apart from the most expensive gemstones, and it also has no heart of the mountain requirements, so any player can use this. All of this comes for the small price of 500,000 from the auction house. As a comparison, the Dwarven drill costs close to $1 billion. At numbers 4, 3 and 2 we also have the Nimbus 2000, and at number 1 we have the Dwarven drill, of course. And yes, that is 100% a Dwarven drill and not a normal prismarine shard. And no, I did not turn my texture pack off just so I could fake this one clip. It's a conspiracy, okay? The moon landing's not real, the earth is a donut, your parents don't love you. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is too good to be true. Surely we cannot obtain one of the best mining tools in the game for just 500,000. Well, there is one small caveat to this pickaxe. It breaks after 5,000 uses, but you know, who's going to use it 5,000 times? Okay. The reason this is still the best to use despite this is that we can use the absurdly high stats it has to level up our mining and Heart of the Mountain levels, so that we can unlock the better pickaxes and progress faster, even if we have to spend the extra money to keep buying more pickaxes after they break. As well as this, if we go down the other route and buy any of the other pickaxes, although they don't break, they have a low breaking power, meaning they eventually become useless when you're trying to mine the more advanced blocks, and so you still have to buy new pickaxes regardless. When you do buy a Piconimbus, be careful in the auction house, as some people put up some for sale with only one block left to break, so just make sure you don't buy those ones. For enchantments for your pickaxe, we can simply add efficiency, experience, fortune and smelting touch on an enchantment table. Keep in mind that these will be lost when the Piconimbus breaks. On a permanent tool, we can also add compact enchantment, which gives extra mining XP and a chance to drop the enchanted form of the item you are mining. You can also reforge the tool to refined for a higher mining XP. Now that we have the mining tool, we shall now discuss the gear we need to be using. There are a few different sets that you will need to use depending on your stage of the game. If you're just starting out, obviously everybody probably already knows this, but get the Lapis Armor for an extra 200% mining XP boost when mining ores. This will level up your mining level that much faster, and of course mining levels give you mining fortune, defense, coins, and unlock more mining areas when you're starting out. The armor is also dirt cheap to buy. Next up, the best mid-game armor set is the Sorrow Armor. Now this will set you back quite a bit at a hefty price of 30 million. So getting something like a Flamebreaker armor if you really can't afford this might be a good idea. This armor gives a total of 200 mining speed and 80 mining fortune, which is a massive boost to progressing your mining. It also has up to 3 gemstone slots to further increase the mining speed and fortune if you want to invest the gemstones to do so. Now if this is still not enough for you and you are really looking for that extra boost, you can of course get the Divin's Armor, which can give you up to 1360 mining speed and 640 mining fortune. But it costs an ungodly amount of coins. But hey, you can flex it in lobbies, so it's all worth it, baby. To finish off the trifecta of mining equipment, I will go over the best mining pets. One of the best is the Scather mining pet. This gives up to 100 mining speed and 100 mining fortune at the rare variety, and an additional 25 fortune at the epic variety if you have it maxed out. However, it does cost 80 million coins, so you know, there's that. If you're still watching this section of the video, that means you're broke, so I will recommend the legendary Silverfish pet, which only costs 1 million coins. But of course the stats on this are going to be a lot worse. It only gives 30 bonus mining XP and haste 3, which is effectively 60 mining speed. Now if you're still watching this section of the video, that means you're super duper broke, your bank account is empty. So I would recommend watching the ultimate guide to by either clicking the card in the top right or in the description, or buying the 200k epic Mithril Golem pet, which will give you up to 100 mining speed and an extra 20% Mithril powder, but it only works when mining Mithril. It's in the name. In terms of pet item boosts, there are also a few options. We have the 40% mining pet XP boost to level up your pet faster. This costs 500k, and you can buy this from Zog in the pet store. We also have the Minos Relic, which increases all pet stats by 33.3%, and we have the Quick Claw, which in my opinion is probably the best. It gives you 1 mining speed and fortune for every 2 pet levels, so make sure your pet is already at a high level if you're going to use this. There are also other ways to boost your overall mining beside these 3 main methods. I will outline these briefly. Putting gemstones on your gear for extra mining speed, using a recombobulator on your gear for higher reforge and gemstone stat boosts, increasing your efficiency of tools past 5 using silexes, adding drill engines to drills for up to 400 extra mining speed and 100 mining fortune, adding omelets, yes, you heard that right, to drills for extra stats, and lastly, upgrading your Heart of the Mountain. And yes, I know I haven't told you what Heart of the Mountain is yet, but you know, gotta get that watch time up somehow. Well, to get it, you first have to reach the Dwarven mines, and to do that, you have to reach the lowest level of the deep caverns and give this random NPC that you thought did nothing 10 enchanted forms of 3 different ores you just mined from somewhere in these caverns. Now I'm going to assume you can figure out how to get to the Dwarven mines now. If you still can't, then I would suggest you subscribe, because you clearly need guides like this one in the future to help you. And you know, even if you already knew that, you should still subscribe, because I knew that you would know, so I left it out of the video on purpose. And you know, if someone pays that much attention to their views, then surely they deserve a sub. No, none of that probably made any sense, but what I'm trying to say is subscribe. Thank you. And now, for the moment you have all been waiting for. I will actually tell you what Heart of the Mountain is. And if you already know, that sucks, because you've watched this long into the video all for nothing. Now, Heart of the Mountain is obtained as soon as you unlock the Dwarven mines. You can access it by opening your Skyblock menu, and it's in the top left. Now there are a variety of different perks. You need to unlock higher tiers to gain access to the more advanced perks, and you need to spend tokens to actually unlock the perks. You will also need Mithril powder to level up the perks, increasing the stat boosts that they give. Leveling up Heart of the Mountain is the main thing you should aim to progress as you go through mining, as the stat boosts are very sizable, and as mentioned before, you need higher tiers of this in order to use certain mining tools. Okay, so first we will go over how to actually unlock the tiers and the perks. This is done by getting a special XP known as, surprise surprise, Heart of the Mountain XP. The Hypixel admins really went all out to come up with these names. The main way to get this XP is by completing commissions from the king in the Dwarven mines. You get 100 XP per commission with an extra 900 each for the first 4 commissions of every day. Other ways you can get this XP include doing events which come up from time to time in the mines. These give a significant amount, so make sure to do these when they are available. You can also get XP from the Crystal Hollows by doing commissions specifically for there, or by completing the Crystal Nucleus. I will talk more about the Crystal Hollows in just a bit. Now, once you have unlocked a tier, you immediately are given tokens you can use to unlock perks. Now, you only get a maximum of 15 tokens if you have unlocked every tier, while there are a total of 29 perks. Therefore, you have to be careful with your selection of perks, as 29 is indeed a bigger number than 15, so you cannot unlock every perk. To unlock a perk, you must first unlock all the perks it is connected to, starting with, of course, the tier 1 perk and moving upwards. Now, as for the perks I would recommend you level up, these are Mining Speed at tier 1, Mining Fortune at tier 2. None of the tier 3 perks are great, so I would not focus on leveling these, but get the Daily Powder one so you can get Efficient Miner at tier 4 and level up this one as soon as possible. This again has great synergy with the Pico Nimbus if you have that equipped, as it mines up to 6 nearby blocks when you mine a block if it is fully maxed out. All of the perks to the left of the Efficient Miner perk in the tree are also very good, so I would recommend unlocking these as well. As for tier 5, get Peak of the Mountain and Goblin Killer. Tier 6, all the perks here are to do with the Crystal Hollows, so pick them as required. And if you are lucky enough to reach tier 7, get all the perks here, as the stat bonuses are very good. If you end up accidentally getting the wrong perk, don't worry, you can reset all your tiers for 100k coins, but the first time's free, so just don't mess up more than once. Now, I've talked about leveling up your perks, but I haven't actually explained how to do this. For tier 1 to 5, you need Mithril powder, and for tiers 6 to 7, you need Gemstone powder. You get a small amount of this when you mine Mithril or Gemstones respectively. You also get Mithril powder from completing commissions, events, Fetcher, and the Puzzler. Each time you level up a perk, it takes more and more powder than it did before to level up the same perk further, so make sure to try and spread out your levels between the best perks that I mentioned above. Okay, so you now know what Heart of the Mountain is. You've bought all this gear, but you still have no clue what to mine, how to mine, where to mine, why you're mining in the first place, why are you playing this game. Now, as for that last one, I can't help you with that. You're going to have to figure that one out for yourself, but for the other ones, you know what to mine. If you need lapis, mine lapis. If you need coal, mine coal. If you need literally anything else to do with mining, XP, money, fastest progression, mine mithril, or after tier 5, mine gemstones. So that covers what to mine. Now we need to know how to mine. And I know what you're thinking, I know how to mine, you just left click on the block. Well, like almost everything else in Skyblock, it's never that simple. Mithril comes in all these different forms, from grey wool to prismarine to blue wool. Now the blocks in the center of a mithril vein take longer to break, but give more mithril and more mithril powder. However, all blocks give the same amount of mining XP. So before you have the efficient miner perk I mentioned, you want to be mining the outside blocks, as this gives the most XP and you can level up faster. This also helps you complete commissions faster, as you need to mine a certain number of blocks to complete a commission. Once you unlock the efficient miner perk, you want to mine the middle blocks, as the perk will also break all the blocks around it, giving you a lot of mithril and mithril powder and therefore money. Now finally we have where to mine. There are a lot of mining locations. Of course it wouldn't be Skyblock if most of these were completely useless, so just speedrun your way to the Dwarven mines and spend all your time there once you get there. As for the different locations within the Dwarven mines, I would highly recommend getting a mod such as Not Enough Updates, which I have, and turning on the Dwarven mine waypoints so that you can more easily navigate between the different places. When you get to the mines, first go to Fetcher and the Puzzler to do your daily tasks, and then go to the King to get your commissions, and then head to the location of the commissions, complete them, go back to the King, get the commissions, do them again, rinse and repeat. You don't always have to go back to the King though, as you will eventually unlock emissaries around the map, and you can go to one of these emissaries and they will give you commissions similar to the King, so you don't have to walk all the way back there. Of course, the final location I have not mentioned yet is the Crystal Hollows. This location is detailed enough to be awarded a separate video going over all of its different features, but I'll quickly summarize the main ones. You gain access to the Crystal Hollows for 5 hours by paying 10,000 coins, and you also require Heart of the Mountain 3 to do this. The Crystal Hollows is different from almost every other location in Skyblock. This is because it is randomly generated, and the blocks you break actually break. You have 6 different zones within the Crystal Hollows, with the Crystal Nucleus always being in the center. If you're just starting out, just go to the center, see what your commissions are, and try to complete these. If you find even that confusing, simply find gemstones. These are located everywhere, so that won't be hard, and just, mine them. If you would like me to go into more detail about the Crystal Hollows, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this guide. I hope I have mentioned everything important about mining. If there's anything missing, please let me know, and I will be sure to update it at some point. As always, leave a like if you thought this video was good, and you might as well subscribe while you're down there. Also, if you didn't know, I have a video on Bazaar